Tonight's episode dives into one of the most explosive and emotional showdowns to ever shake the little people, big world fandom. Social media is on fire, TikTok theories are going viral, and LPBW fan groups are arguing nonstop about the newest round of shocking claims involving the Roloffs. Rumors are swirling that Amy Roloff has called out Matt and Caryn harder than ever. Fans believe Matt secretly benefited financially in ways Amy never knew about. And the entire situation has reignited years of resentment, divorce tension, and unresolved farm drama. But the real question is, are these allegations rooted in truth? Are they fan exaggerations spun out of control? Or is this just the next explosive chapter in the long, complicated legacy of the Roloff family? Let's break it all down. Welcome back to the channel. In today's deep dive, we're unpacking the latest storm shaking the Roloff universe, a storm so intense that fans are saying Amy finally destroyed Matt and Caryn by speaking her truth. In this video, we'll cover where the million-stolen rumor actually came from, why fans think Amy is fed up and done staying quiet, how Matt and Caryn found themselves at the center of controversy once again, and the decades-long family history that fuels these explosions every single time a new rumor surfaces. LPBW has dealt with drama for years, but this time the narrative is louder, messier, and more emotional than anything viewers have seen in a long time. So grab your coffee, settle in, and get ready because this one goes deep. Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. For Roloff family latest news update, please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. Now we move into the rumor that has dominated comment sections, Reddit threads, and TikTok explainers for years. The claim that Matt Roloff somehow took millions from Amy during their divorce, the farm buyout, or later property negotiations. Again, this isn't confirmed fact. This is fan interpretation, built from old documents, TV edits, and long-running disagreements that viewers have filled in with their own assumptions. Where this theory even started. The belief that Matt took advantage of Amy largely comes from the complicated history of the Roloff farm's ownership split. For many fans, the details of who owned what and when were never fully clear. Documents from years before the divorce combined with on-screen arguments created a confusing picture. When the divorce became public, viewers saw Amy selling her portion of the farm to Matt, but they didn't see every negotiation, appraisal, or off-camera conversation. This lack of visibility allowed fans to create their own narratives, some believing Matt got a better deal, others insisting everything was fair. Misread court records and outdated info. A lot of the "he stole millions" talk comes from people circulating outdated PDFs or misinterpreting court filings that don't even reflect the final agreements. Many viewers don't understand how property buyouts work, things like appraised value, equity, improvements, shared loans, or long-term investment timelines. Because the farm has grown in value over time, some fans retroactively assume Amy lost money simply because Matt sold or redeveloped things later. In online discussions, these numbers get exaggerated, simplified, or taken out of context, and suddenly the theory becomes Matt stole millions. The persistent belief that Amy was shortchanged. A large part of the LPBW fanbase has always emotionally sided with Amy. They watched her raise the kids on the farm, run the pumpkin season, and hold the family together for decades. So when Matt and Caryn became a couple, many viewers retroactively viewed the divorce with suspicion, and the idea that Amy deserved more from the farm gained traction. Even if there's no evidence of wrongdoing, this emotional loyalty keeps the theory alive. Why the rumor explodes every time Amy shows frustration. Every time Amy posts something even slightly pointed, every time she mentions the farm, every time she reflects on the past. The online fanbase immediately revives the theory. See, she's hinting at what really happened. Something wasn't right in that deal. Matt must have taken more than he admitted. It doesn't matter whether Amy is actually referring to finances or not, fans use her tone, her body language, or a vague sentence as proof to keep the theory running. Even though Matt and Caryn rarely address the fan theories head-on, their actions, or sometimes just the perception of their actions, often end up pouring gasoline on an already raging fire. And that's the heart of this next section. How Matt and Caryn unintentionally keep the drama alive simply by living their lives in the public eye. Caryn, a decade-long lightning rod. For almost 10 years, Caryn has been at the center of LPBW fan controversy. Viewers see her as much more than Matt's partner, they see her as a symbol of the show's biggest divide. Whether fair or not, every storyline involving her is interpreted through the lens of the past. The divorce, the farm sale, and the emotional split between Matt and Amy. Because of that long history, anything Caryn does becomes a trigger. A simple Instagram post can spark hundreds of comments. A smiling farm selfie becomes proof to some fans that she's influencing behind-the-scenes decisions. Even silence can be interpreted as strategy. Over time, Caryn's name has become a lightning rod, attracting frustration, suspicion, and speculation from a fandom that has already made up its mind. Why fans believe she has major influence. Another thing that fuels the backlash is the belief, especially among Team Amy supporters, that Caryn plays a major role in Matt's big decisions. Fans often point to her long-time involvement with Roloff Farms during her years as an employee, her presence during planning for farm projects, and her close partnership with Matt in his day-to-day life. None of this proves she's making decisions independently, but to fans already feeling protective of Amy or skeptical of Matt, Caryn's proximity equals power. And when people believe someone has power, they assume that person is pulling strings, even if there's no evidence of it. As the episode nears its final stretch, this is where everything needs to be grounded. Because after almost an hour of fan theories, viral claims, emotional reactions, and decade-long tension, the question becomes, what is actually real and what is pure speculation? What we do know. First, the only confirmed part of this entire storm is Amy's emotional comments, her visible frustration in recent live streams or interviews, and the fact that the Roloff family has a long, complicated, and very public history. The tension between Amy, Matt, and Caryn isn't new, it's been simmering for years. Fans have watched awkward interactions, sharp comments, and uncomfortable moments unfold on screen, and those real emotions are the foundation of the latest explosion. What is pure rumor? But then there's the other side, the claims that Matt stole millions, manipulated the property division, or hid major financial details from Amy. None of that is confirmed. These theories are built from old court documents, misunderstood scenes from early seasons, and years of fan interpretations layered on top of one another. There is no verified evidence of any financial wrongdoing, but that hasn't stopped the rumor from taking on a life of its own. Why these accusations keep coming back? The Roloff fandom has a special way of reviving the same accusations again and again. Why? Because this family represents more than just reality TV drama. They represent loyalty, fairness, inheritance, and the idea of what a family legacy should look like. So every time Amy expresses frustration, every time Matt posts a construction update, every time Caryn is mentioned in connection to farm decisions, fans instantly fill in the blanks with the narratives they've been carrying for a decade. The unresolved farm storyline. The biggest reason the drama refuses to die is simple. The farm storyline was never resolved in a way that satisfied viewers. Zach didn't take over the farm. Matt kept full control. Amy sold her part but clearly still has emotional attachment. And Caryn became deeply involved in the future of the property. This left the fanbase permanently split, and anytime new tension appears, the farm becomes the center of every argument. Why the Roloffs remain one of reality TV's most discussed families. Even as Little People, Big World slows down and the future of the show remains uncertain, the Roloffs continue to dominate online conversations. Few reality TV families have a 20-year public history, a beloved farm, a messy divorce, and multiple feuding generations. Fans feel like they grew up with this family, so every rumor feels personal, every conflict feels like unfinished business. What it really says about the fandom. In the end, these rumors, from millions stolen to secret deals, say far more about the emotions of the fan base than about any proven facts. People are invested. People care deeply about fairness, loyalty, and family bonds. And whenever the Roloffs show even a hint of tension, the fandom rushes to fill in the blanks with theories, speculation, and decades of unresolved feelings. After nearly an hour of breaking down timelines, rumors, emotional interviews, and years of unresolved tension, we come full circle to the moment that reignited everything. This entire controversy exploded because it struck at the core of what LPBW fans have been debating for more than a decade: the farm, the divorce, the money, and the deep fractures in the Roloff family.